Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome to this video. And for all the returning subscribers, welcome back. And hey guys, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. So this video is going to be all about the social media detox and how that actually may affect you and how that may actually help you to have a social media detox. I'm really going to talk about the importance of having a social media detox as well as how social media impacts us possibly in a negative way as well inside of our society and on an individual level, and also how social media can actually affect our spiritual journey, if you want to call it, or our ability to really stay on that spiritual state of consciousness, state of being, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we have to talk about when it comes to social media detoxing. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get straight into this video. I really felt pushed to make this video because I myself, just like I'm sure a lot of people, have actually experienced times where you're always constantly on social media and you realize something's not right here. Um, Maybe I'm spending too much time on social media, or you realize that maybe you're depending too much on social media for certain things, or you're actually seeing that social media has a impact on your actual health and your well-being or your mental health and things like that. And last night I was up until 3 a.m. on social media for kind of good reasons, but at the same time, not really good reasons. So it's kind of like a bittersweet kind of thing. And I'll touch up on that in a second here. But when it comes to social media and detoxing with social media, it is very important to have some space away from social media, especially if you are someone who is very spiritual in nature and somebody who really is trying to live a life of connecting with your true self or staying in that state of awareness of your true self or being on a spiritual journey, okay? One of the people that is my biggest mentor, because even though I like to teach and I like to give my experiences or just help anyone that can benefit from my videos, I myself am always consistently learning and taking in new information. And my biggest mentor is Ishwar Puri. And like he said, spirituality is not a spiritual journey. It's not a spiritual journey. It's a state of awareness. Okay? So it's a state of awareness. It's not a spiritual journey. Spirituality is not a spiritual journey. It's a state of awareness, okay? And this really makes a lot of sense to me, as well as all the things that he says, Ishwar Puri. I might leave a link to that video, that very same video up here somewhere. But with that being said, when you think about, and I'm going to talk from a real mundane, talk from a real like earthly, physical, plain, mechanical way, okay? When you think about us being inside of this matrix system, when you think about us being inside of this plane, inside of this physical plane, we already have the sort of weight that we have to carry with us, which is our mind, okay? It's our mind. It creates karma. It is literally sometimes our biggest downfall. Sometimes our mind is the biggest thing that's in our way. We have to make sure that our mind is really operating okay, or we could run off on the deep end, okay? And it can be very unhealthy for us. Our mind can cause, if we're our mind, depending on how our mind is running, or depending on the perspectives that we have in life, or depending on how the type of information that we've programmed our mind with, depending on what that information is, we could actually be distracted from being in that state of awareness of spiritual state of awareness. Okay, so when you think about the fact that we already have a mind that we need to make sure that we nurture, and we need to make sure that we are in control of the mind, and the mind is not in control of us, basically we need to make sure that we're doing that. If we're already in this simulation, we're already in this physical realm, and we already have a mind that we have to make sure that we take care of, and we make sure that we are in control of, and that it doesn't control us. We already have that responsibility in this physical realm. And now you bring in a computer, and you bring in technology, and then it's just continuously growing. So now there's social media. And the next thing you know, we're going to have a car that's going to park for us. We're going to be we already have that now. We're going to have robots that are going to be doing things for us. What's going to end up happening is we're already dependent on the mind while we're inside of this physical realm. Now, we're not only just dependent on the mind to operate inside of this physical realm, but where social media detox becomes important, and staying away and taking a break from all of that computer and information, and just all of that social media, where that becomes important is when you get to the point where you're actually dependent on your phone, when you get to the point where you're dependent on Google, when you get to the point where you're dependent on everything else, and you're not even dependent on your own mind anymore. That's when it's very easy to be controlled. And the whole point of even really being able to stay in that spiritual state of awareness, what really strengthens it is the fact that you're capable of actually being in control of your mind, and not letting your mind control you, being able to tell your mind no, So now you are also being under control by social media, by Facebook, by YouTube, by Google, by this, because you're dependent on it. Now, you can definitely use all of these social media platforms and all of these things in a healthy way, because it's literally part of our makeup of our world now, where we have to use these things. And you can use it in a healthy way. But if you overextend yourself inside of social media and inside of technology, you could actually get to the point where it gets unhealthy, and you'll need to detox from it. And it'll get unhealthy because if you're diving too much into it, there's a possibility that you get to the point where you are not in control anymore, and you're dependent on social media. Instead of using your own intuition, all of a sudden now you have to go to Google for the answers for everything. And it's really bittersweet, because these platforms and the social media and technology is very helpful. Our mind is very helpful, but our mind can also be our worst enemy and get in the way of us really connecting with our spiritual awareness and our spiritual state of being. Okay? Because when you think about the mind and you think about technology, you're really thinking about some things that do the same thing. Okay? Our mind is basically a computer too. It holds on to information. Whatever you program it with, it's going to hold on to that information, and it's actually going to operate off of the information that you feed it, just like a computer. So if you're on social media and you're just looking at all of your suggested videos, and you're not even in control anymore, You're not even typing in what it is you want to look at. Instead, you're just from next video to next video to next video to next video, to the point where you become robotic and you're not in control of your own state of being and your own state of awareness. You might actually need a detox. You may need that. You may actually benefit from sitting back and taking some time away from social media. Even if you can just take time away from social media for 1 day or 2 days out of the week, it will really benefit you, because it will put you back into alignment, and it will give you back and gain you some control. And like I said, it's not that you can't go on social media and have control over what you're looking at and stuff, but there's a lot of evil stuff going on inside of our society, okay? There's a lot of people who are really, really trying to be very controlling. And unfortunately, social media is one of the easiest ways to control people, because of what it does basically to us, and because of how much we're dependent on it. So the best way I can say to really help with situations like this is to have a social media detox. Obviously, you're going to need your phone if you ever need a call for emergency, or if you for a business or for things like that, you're going to need your phone. But if you can just at least make 5 hours of the day where you do not touch your phone unless it's urgent, or if you can just go off of social media accounts once or twice a week, you'll actually be able to see a difference. You'll start to realize, and you'll start to see that you'll start to realize and start to see how much you are actually depending on social media to maybe possibly, not everyone watching this, but how some people might have been depending on social media for verification before they go on to make a decision. It's very political too, and I'm not a political type of person. I don't like to get into politics or any of that stuff, but that's what's going on in our world, and that's part of our world right now in this physical plane. So you can have a decision and be in control. You like chocolate ice cream, or do you like strawberry ice cream? You know that you like chocolate ice cream. Now, here comes social media, where you have to basically see what everybody else is liking. What is everybody else liking? Instead of going inside and tapping into you and your own self and what it is that you like and what it is that you consider beautiful and what it is that you think is right and how you think everything is playing off inside of our society. Instead of doing that, the brain is now programmed to go to these different social media platforms and the news media to see a narrative and to gain information. And once you get downloads with whatever it is that the media, the news stream media, and all these things are telling you, that's when you decide to make a decision. So there is an unhealthy, toxic, codependent relationship with society right now and social media, with society and AI, because that, computers is always evolving, okay? It's going very fast. We've seen it happen within the next 10 years. So obviously it's going to come more. And they already have AIs that can wash the dishes for you and do all these things for you. They have cars that can really go ahead and park itself for you. And the truth of the matter is technology really isn't going anywhere. But if you can just take the time to understand the concept that I'm trying to explain, where if you depend too much on social media and Google and all these things to find the answers for your own thing, personal opinions, it can actually be very toxic. And it can actually get you further away from that connection of your true self, or that connection of that state of awareness of your true self. Okay? So, definitely taking time away and having a day or 2 days where you absolutely not doing anything on social media, do it. If you're in a situation where you're actually seeing that social media is tearing your part of your life away, where you're seeing that you're on Facebook every single day, if you're actually addicted to social media, it's actually a problem, and you will need to do a detox, and you will feel the difference. Now, like I said, it's not going away, and it's a bittersweet thing because we can use it to educate ourselves. We can use it to do all these things. My advice would say that make sure that you check in with yourself first, especially when it comes to things that are personal opinions. If it's a personal opinion, does this song go in or not? Like, is this a whack song or is it a good song? Is this song affecting our society bad, or is this song affecting our society in a good way? Analyze that for your own self, and then maybe go on social media and see what the rest of the world is thinking. But just make sure that you stay in control of who you are, and make sure that you are in control of your state of awareness. And make sure that you are also in control of the information that you allow to come inside of your mind. So if you know that you have friends that are not of your best interest, and they always make you feel bad and they always make you feel low, but they like all of your pictures on social media, what is better? The fact that you have more likes on social media from them versus them treating you very badly in person? You gotta see. You actually have to possibly, if they're being very bad to you, make sure that you have boundaries and you're discerning of your energy. So at the end of the day, detoxing from social media can really benefit you on your spiritual path. It can benefit you overall stress levels. It can benefit you in gaining control of not depending on something else for multiple things. It goes even further than just depending on something else to make decisions for you. It goes as far as depending on something else to actually find information and come up with creativity and being individual, and being very and also being very creative in a sense where you were originality. It's being kind of taken away a little bit because there's all these trends that everyone's following. Everyone's just being the same and just going with the waves, you know what I mean? And the sense of originality is not saying no one's original, but it's dwindling down and it's getting kind of lost, okay? So we just make sure, just checking in with you guys and basically just letting you guys know, I just felt guided to make this video, that having a social media detox might actually really benefit you and your own health, benefit you in getting control of your mind, benefit you on understanding that you might need to filter some of the things the information that you take from social media, filter the friends that you have, filter the social media accounts that you go to, filter all of these things because it's really getting messy. All their social media accounts are making lots of money off of ads, basically. So the more that people are watching the ads, the more that people are on social media accounts, the more money that those people who are the creators of those social media accounts are actually making. So anything they can do to get you to actually stay on social media more, they'll do it. even opening their microphone on your phone so that they can hear keywords that you're saying, and then 2 seconds later you see an ad about what you're talking about with your friend 10 minutes ago. It's not a coincidence, actually. So things like that, you just went to this store to buy some food, and let's say you went to buy a smoothie at a smoothie place. And then the next thing you know, as soon as you get home and you open up your social media account, you see an advertisement of the exact same smoothie place. It's actually very sick mind control that's going on. So just make sure that you take some time to actually detox from social media, and hopefully this video stays up. I don't see any reason why it should come down. There's lots of people I feel like that talk about social media detox. There's a whole documentary too about social media and how it's actually getting out of hand, and it's on Netflix. I forget what it's called, but there's a whole documentary on it. So guys, I hope that you could benefit from this video, and I hope that you guys are staying conscious and staying aware and staying in alignment with that level of awareness. So yes, thank you guys so much for tuning into my video, and if you guys are liking this, don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to share this video with any of your friends, or make sure that you comment below if you have a video request. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're already subscribed to my channel, guys, don't forget to hit that bell notification. Otherwise, you'll miss all of my content and things that I've created, okay? So thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I really hope it could help you guys. And I'll see you guys inside of the next video. Bye-bye.